WLOE Eden. WMYN Mayadan. Listen online all the time. RockinghamCountyRadio.com.
Hello and welcome to Community Accents provided by RockinghamCountyRadio.com, 1490 WLOE, 1420 WMYN. I'm Mable Scott, the Public Information Officer with Rockingham County Government, and today we have a colleague who has much to share with us. Mark Holzer, Rockingham County's Safety and Risk Manager. Hello, and how are you?
Good morning, Mabel. It's wonderful to be here on this beautiful, sunny Tuesday morning in Rockingham County.
We're glad to have you here, Mark, and we want you to explain to us your job. What do you do as our Safety Risk Manager?
Well, I can give you a short answer on that.
Okay.
I think there's two basic things. One of them is to prevent injury and property damage to employees and our clients, the public. It's very, very important that we keep our people safe and our clients safe, a very safe work environment. And also, in addition to the safety part, I'm also coordinator to our wellness program.
That's good, that's good. So the safety aspects of your job, if you could give us a couple of examples of that.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm not a safety cop. You know, I'm not the one that goes around, I'm not an enforcer. I'm more trying to go around catching people doing things right. And we set goals and various records, and when we catch people doing things right, or we have various departments that are very successful, we make that public. And I try to reinforce the positive behavior by catching people doing very good things, and our people are doing a very, very good job.
Counting the act of doing good.
That's right.
And this helps with your whole prevention program.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Why is safety important?
Well, we have really good people, and our people, nobody ever comes to work with the intent of getting hurt. So we need to keep our people doing what they like to do, serving the public. And when somebody gets hurt or or killed, for that matter, I mean, it's devastating, not only to the public and the county, but to families. So that, to me, is the most important part, is the people, their families, how they owe it to themselves and their families of staying safe. So we try to provide with them the tools and the awareness to try to make for sure that they don't take safety for granted.
Knowledge is very valuable. So how have we improved over the past few years?
Well, that's something I'm very proud of, and I really give the credit to our people. From the top down, our county commissioners, the county manager, they have really been committed to working together to keep our people safe and protecting our property. Looking at about 6 years ago is when we really ramped up our safety program. And there was a fairly good program, but on the average we were having about 65 people a year get hurt. Most of them were small injuries, but we had some very, very, very serious injuries where some people never even returned to work. And at the expense of about $870,000 a year. And that's valuable resources that was being spent unnecessarily. So in the past 5 years, since we've ramped up our program, we've reduced our number of injuries by over 70%. We have less than 20 people getting hurt per year. And in 1 year it was only 13. And at the average savings of over $500,000 a year.
$500,000 a year, that's a lot of money.
Yes, and if you combine that in the past, that's over $3.5 million in savings in the past 5 years. So if we would have been kept on doing what we were doing 6 years ago, that's where we would still be doing $900,000 a year. But more important in the cost, I mean, we have about 50 less people a year getting hurt, and there's less suffering. Our families are happy, our people are happy because they know that we care about them and their families.
So you're talking about actually quantifying what you have done. These figures are just tremendous. 70% less injuries. We're saving $500,000 a year, and 50 people not being hurt.
Yes, yes.
So that means this is working.
Yes, and I think the most important to me, and I think it's very important that all of our employees know, our managers and our directors really, really do care about our people. The money's not that important. If somebody gets hurt, we're going to make for sure that they get the prompt, appropriate treatment that they need. We're not trying to cut corners when somebody does get hurt. We care about them. We do not want them to get hurt. And we want them to know that we care.
And when you put that out front and let people know people are first, that means so much.
It's very valuable.
It is.
And they really do believe it.
You want to work in an environment where you know people want you there and they appreciate your talents and skills and they support what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Good, good. So what about risk management?
Well, risk management, that's kind of a broad statement or question, but I think in another short answer for that is risk management definition is basically looking at what you're doing. Look at where have you been, and look at ways to how you can improve.
Okay.
So it's a constant look at it, see what you can improve, fix it, and then look how you can improve it even further. So we're never happy with where we are.
Constantly assessing.
Constantly. And it's not just one person. My department and my staff is sitting here right next to you.
I understand.
And I rely so much on the people that work for Rockingham County. And it is just wonderful how the people report to me.
You have all these committees and
Yes.
people supporting you. And
Yes, and we have a representative from every single department, and we have monthly meetings, and they all come. And when people have suggestions, it's not, okay, we'll put it on the to-do list. We do it. We do fix it. And that, I think, is when we form real trusting partnerships, that when people bring forth a valid problem or an issue, it could be a process, or it could be a piece of equipment, it could be some training and education, then we respond to that, we work on it, and we take care of it. And then we look at how we fixed it, and then see if there's any further problems. Because sometimes when you fix something, you create another issue. So it's just a constant, risk management is just constantly analyzing as to where you are now, where you've been, and look to see where you want to be in the future, constantly improving.
And this whole buy-in happens because you have all these people representing departments, and they're people who are actually doing the jobs.
Yes.
They're the people.
Exactly. And I think it's one of the keys to all the success, Mable, is that we give the credit to the people that have really done the work. And you're not looking at the person that has done the work. The people on my committees and the people, the frontline people, they are the ones that are actually making it happen. Not one person can do this. And it's just so rewarding to me that I have the opportunity to work with such a great number of people, of good people, who really care. And they know now that we care, and we're really doing something about it. And we give them the credit. We give them the credit for doing the work.
That's good. So we've kind of talked about why this is a priority. Let's look at some of the improvements you've seen.
Well, I think part of the improvements is just the communication. That letting people know if somebody broke a new safety record. And it's not just the department, we share that. We've improved ways to get our safety training done. And we have a various cycle of different requirements that we have, and they get the training done. We also, as far as the improvements, as far as our recognition programs.
And you make recognitions fun.
We have a lot of fun.
Exciting. You feed us all, and at the same time you celebrate. And that's an incentive too, to reward people and let them know we're reinforcing what you've done that's good.
Yes, one of our big events I think that we have is an annual recognitions banquet.
Yes.
That we have in February. And it's always after the end of the calendar year where we can look back and look at that year, and we recognize 50 or 60 people at that banquet, and we have over 100 people come, our insurance carriers come, and the
county
commissioners,
commissioners, yes.
And so we want them to know how well our people are doing, and it's rewarding to me to see those people come and really enjoy that, and also learn from it and see the opportunities again, how we're going to continue to improve.
That's good. What about workers' compensation?
Well, workers' compensation, as far as handling workers' compensation, that's hopefully that handling workers' compensation doesn't occur that often, and certainly, as you heard me say before, it doesn't happen as often. But the workers' compensation is if an event somebody does get hurt. My role then totally changes as not looking for preventions or prevention of incidents, but I'm an agent for that employee. I am going to make for sure that they get prompt and appropriate treatment, and to do everything I can to get them healed to exactly the way they were before they got hurt. So I keep a really close contact with them, that I meet them sometimes at a scene or at the hospital.
That's great.
And if it's with their families, I try to explain to them how complicated workers' compensation can actually be. It's very complicated as far as how treatment it works and what doctors they need to go to. But we have a very good network of doctors. And if part of the communicating with employees is to make for sure they're happy with the doctor. If they're not happy with the doctor, then I try to fix that.
That's good.
If they need a specialist, I try to make for sure there's no foot dragging as far as a doctor trying to maybe waiting another week or two. If I think they need a specialist, I may encourage the doctor, just let's get it to a
let's get it done.
Yes.
Let's get it done. Good, good.
So I think the employees really appreciate that I can communicate, and most of them trust me that I am working for them as their agent.
And that trust word means so much.
Very important.
Employee wellness program. That's exciting. That's really your baby.
Yes. I actually took over as the wellness coordinator about 2.5 years ago, and I didn't have much experience with wellness. I was a fairly healthy employee, and actually more healthy today than I was 2.5 years ago because I took it. And I had reservations of actually even doing it, but after I took it over, I realized, you know what? If I can encourage our people to take care of themselves health-wise, they're going to be a much safer worker. They're going to learn maybe they can take a hit better because they're more fit. So, and it's more fun. It is a lot more fun and interesting coordinating wellness program.
Tell us about the incentives.
Well, we have quite a few incentives. One of them is we try to inspire our people to live a healthy lifestyle, and we tried to keep it very simple. Fruits and vegetables, clear water. So those are the things, and walking or moving. So it's kind of like eat smart, move more. And we've heard that all across the state.
I like that.
Eat smart, move more. So to keep it simple, we have a system where they drink so much water and eat so much fruits and vegetables and walk so much, they get so many points, and they get wellness points. And these points are then put into a bank, and they can use them to purchase merchandise to a website and a third-party administrator. So it takes a while to build up the points, but they really appreciate that. We have annual health risk assessments, and they get discounts on their insurance when they participate in health risk assessments.
Mm-hmm. And the health risk assessment is?
It's a complete screening of their health risks, and they've actually measured 7 or 8 risk factors. They do
you look at our weight and everything.
It's kind of, yes.
It's very telling.
Yes, and it's all done by a third party, that, and then only the third party and the employee get their results. So it's kind of like a very thorough annual physical. And then they get the feedback several weeks later, and then depending on how many risk factors they have, we have a wellness clinic
On site
that is staffed by a nurse practitioner, and she's available 24 hours a week, and it's free for all employees. And part of it is for their risk factor management, for their risk management. If they have various risk factors, we try to encourage them, and actually to get their discount, depending on how many visits they need to make per year, they should go to the nurse, and she's kind of their coach and counselor, is to try to control and reduce their risk factors.
And get you where you need to be.
Yes.
So all of these initiatives that you coordinate, the wellness clinic you just talked about, the free annual health risk assessments, group walking, bowling leagues, Weight Watchers, lunch and learn classes, holiday challenge, free Zumba classes. What really works best and why? I mean, we have a lot to do. There's no reason for any county employee not to be, as you said, eating smart and moving more.
Right, a holiday challenge, and you just rattled off quite a few initiatives. And Mable, a year ago, that list wasn't half as long as it is now. We continue to come up with different initiatives, and we listen to our employees, because the employees come up with these suggestions. None of these were my idea. What works best? Well, you know what? Not one size fits all.
I think you're right.
And we have some people who like the bowling league. They're very, you know, they're most of us aren't good bowlers, but we just love going down and knocking down pins and listening to the noise. There are some people that like walking or running, and some people like the dance. So it's not really one size fits all, and that's why we have a variety of initiatives, so people can pick and choose as to what they really want to participate in. We try to make them all fun. We make them all rewarding. We have awards, gift cards, and coupons for free food, healthy food, and things like that. So there's chance, as long as they participate, they have a chance to be recognized with some sort of an award.
But the bottom line is still, you want to help us to be healthy.
Yes.
So we can become even more productive on our jobs as county employees to serve the citizens of Rockingham County.
And I think, again, it goes back to we care about our people, and they have people who love them, and they owe it to their families, and we want them to stay healthy because they have a responsibility to their family.
Yeah, do it for the loved ones in your life.
That's Weight Watchers has been very inspiring to me. I've seen
to see people lose hundreds of pounds.
We've had people attain lifetime membership. We've had a lady lose over 60 pounds during the Weight Watchers program, and it's very inspiring to watch them succeed.
And to see the before and after photos. You say, wow, if they can do it, I can do it too.
It keeps me inspired.
It does. Any big initiatives upcoming?
Yes, we have every year we've had an event in May called the Spring Walk. And we have some vendors set up outside, and we have snacks and water and fruit, and we encourage people to get outside in the beautiful North Carolina weather and to take a walk. And we have trails and things, and they go out for a walk and come back, and they get a ticket, and then at the end of the day we have some door prizes. But we've added a new event this year, and it's right now, I hope that it can be an annual event open to the public, but it's a 5K fun walk run, and it's going to be on the same day at 5:20 p.m. And we're going to, they have the option to walk a mile or 2 miles or a 5K, and some people walk, most people hopefully will walk. There's not a lot of runners.
Mm-hmm.
And then there will be some runners. It may be a little competitive for 2 or 3 people, who knows?
Yes, and I've seen the more competitive people already start training between you and the county manager, Lance Metzler,
Yes.
and
Adam
also
Lindsay.
Adam Lindsay.
Yes.
Adam and Lance and you three are really zooming.
Yeah, well,
This is serious.
It's got to be a little competitive.
This is serious. Yes, yes.
But I think, and then after the 5K, we're going to have a cookout over at the Agriculture Center. And it's just, hopefully it's team building, and it's just to encourage people to go out and move. It's just the eat smart, the moving more, how painless actually walking, once you get used to it, can actually be.
That's neat. That's neat. So let me ask you, you really walk the walk and talk the talk. Why are you personally so passionate about eating right, healthy lifestyles, and exercising? I mean, you are the man.
Well, I'm not perfect by any stretch, but I had a life event. When I was 37 years old, and that was a long time ago. I don't want to have to tell you how long ago that was, but it was a long time ago. And I had a daughter, 2 daughters that were in the 6th and 8th grade, and my wife and only child. And we got a call from her mother that her dad had a stroke. And it was a massive stroke, and he laid in the hospital. My wife went down and sat with him for the week before he finally passed away. And I looked at the situation, and my father-in-law, he smoked way too much, and he probably drank a little bit too much. And he was only 62 years old. He just retired, ready to enjoy his family and his grandchildren. And I looked at what I was doing, and I was fairly active, but I wasn't a runner. But I did smoke. I was a smoker. And I looked at that and I said, you know what, I don't want to do that to my family. I cannot do that to my family. So I quit. I quit smoking, and within the next 12 months, I ran my first marathon. And ever since then, I've never gone back to smoking, and I've stayed active, and I get my annual physical. Had my father-in-law just gotten his annual physical, he never went to the doctor, and he probably had high blood pressure, maybe his cholesterol was really high. If he just would have gone for a checkup, he would have lived a long, fruitful retirement. And that's when you work so hard all your life to where you can start enjoying your grandchildren and your children. And so it was devastating to my wife and my children. And I feel that he cheated us a little bit because he didn't take care of himself. He owed it to us to stay healthy. So I kind of feel that same responsibility to my wife and my family, that I want to be able to dance at my granddaughter's wedding. I don't want to just be there and watch them dance. I want to be up there. And so I'm trying to do everything I can. Because right now, at her age, she still wants me to be able to do that too. I don't know if she will by the time she gets married, but certainly, I mean, that's what I'm looking forward to.
That's a very moving story. Thank you for sharing it. And how does that tie into what we do and what you do with the Rockingham County and this whole thing of being healthy and also all of the new reports that have recently come out saying that counties that are wealthy are also healthy. And this is why we want people to listen to this show and watch the show and understand this is serious business.
Yes. From a personal point of view, again, I've said this before, we have people who love us. We have people who care for us at work. We have friends. So we owe it to ourselves to take care of ourselves so that we don't disappoint them. But from a larger picture is that we have a world economy, and we are competing for jobs all across the country. And health, there's a lot of reasons. If companies are looking to come into Rockingham County or any other area, they look at roads, highways, and education and medical facilities and things like that. But one of the big key issues is how healthy is this county? Where are we? Because they're going to come in with a nice health benefits program for their employees. And if they see that we're not very healthy, that's going to be a little red flag for them, is how expensive it is for us to do business in this county. So, you know, we can all pull together as citizens of Rockingham County just for some of the things. We can't control how our roads are. We can't control the medical facilities and access to health. But one thing that we can control is take control of our health. Get our annual physicals. Listen to our doctors. Do what they ask. Now, changing lifestyles as far as eating habits is very, very difficult. And the only recommendation, suggestion I can do is just try to do one thing. If you drink too many sodas, give up soda. Give up all donuts. Just pick one thing. Now, I'm not saying pick up donuts and quit sodas both. I'm saying take one and quit it. When you get used to not eating pastries, or if you get used to not drinking sodas, then you can start nipping away at something else, and you would be amazed at how much better you feel and how much more healthy you're getting. So those are the world economy and the jobs here. I mean, it's very, very competitive. We rank, and I forget exactly the ranking North Carolina or Rockingham County is, but it's in the 70s. I believe it's like 76.
We're not doing as well as we need to do.
Out of 100 counties.
We need a lot of improvement.
Right. So, and we need to partner, not just Rockingham County government, but we need to partner with the Public Health Department and our hospitals and our school systems and our churches. So it's not just an individual cause, but it should be a community cause. Everyone should be working and communing and talking out of the same page.
Singing out of the same hymn book.
And it could be very simple.
Yes.
Eat smart and move more.
Eat smart and move more.
Right.
That's,
and take care,
great.
and remember, we owe it to our families. We owe it to the people who love us.
We owe it to the loved ones in our life. Thank you so much, Mark Holzer, Rockingham County's Safety and Risk Manager. A video of our discussion this morning here at Community Accents will also be out there for many of you all to check out. Community Accents on RockinghamCountyRadio.com, 1490 WLOE, 1420 WMYN. It will appear on Rockingham County Government's YouTube. That's on our YouTube. And you can simply go to our website and look at the bottom of the screen, and you'll see all the different little logos for Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and just click that on and you can see this program again. It will also be on Rockingham County Update and on Rockingham Community College's Educational Public Access Channel 2. We want to thank Mike and Annette Moore, Roy Sawyers, Kim Pryor, and Tina McCorkle for all of their support for helping us with this program. Thanks again for joining us. Community Accents. I'm Mable Scott, Public Information Officer with Rockingham County Government. Connect with Rockingham County Government via our website, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Flickr. Rockingham County, we have all kinds of connections and we need your help and support. Thanks again, Mark Holzer. You were fantastic this morning.
Thank you, Mabel.
We're going to do better.
All righty. You got it. Thank you.